our health centers are going to be positioned in a manner that will give them greater value for the people in the communities where they are.
What will that look like? It will include major rehabilitation and structural reform of health centers, building confidence among those who work at or use the facilities, plus improved service delivery. We'll recap that section of Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton's presentation in Parliament earlier this week. Also within the half hour, coping mechanisms for mental health and providing safe walkways for students. Stay with us.
Water is precious. So we encourage everyone to practice the 4 R's of water conservation. Always remember to reduce your use of water wherever possible. Replace water wasting devices with water savings devices. Reuse water wherever possible. And wherever leaks are found, please repair them and repair them quickly.
Don't delay. Practice the 4 R's of water conservation today.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, May 9, 2024. Jamaica has recorded an impressive 1.7 million visitors as of May 7 this year. Preliminary data points to just over 1 million stopover arrivals and 700,000 cruise passengers stepping ashore so far in 2024. Compared to the same period in 2023, the stopover arrivals went up by 4.6% increased, while cruise numbers had a bigger jump of 23%. They have brought in roughly $1.8 billion in revenue. Minister of Tourism Edmund Bartlett revealed the updated numbers during an interview with Sky News Arabia in Dubai, where he is leading a mission at the Arabian travel market. Over the last 3 decades, Arabian travel market has become a leading global event, enabling growth for the travel and tourism industry. Approximately 41,000 participants are attending this year's staging, and Minister Bartlett is expected to be in discussions with several tourism partners and stakeholders at the event as part of his strategic vision of attracting more visitors from that region. The tourism minister will also be meeting with the senior leadership of Emirates, the largest airline in the Middle East, to further negotiate air connectivity between the United Arab Emirates and Jamaica. The Ministry of Education has distributed 10,000 computers to high schools across Jamaica. Portfolio Minister Favour Williams made the disclosure during the sectoral debate in the House of Representatives yesterday. She says the ministry's collaboration with the implementing agency, eLearning Jamaica, outfitted the institutions with the necessary hardware to improve their IT infrastructure. This is to ensure that students are prepared for the digital age and have access to quality educational resources.
We have done this in record time in 1 school year. It is the good policies of this government and the consistent good performance of revenues that has created the budget space to allow us to take on these massive technology upgrades and broadband connectivity across the length and breadth of the education sector. Let us not divorce what we have been able to provide to our schools from the consistently strong budget figures of this government.
She adds that 25,700 teachers have also received e-vouchers to procure a laptop, with most having redeemed their coupons. Minister Williams is now urging the remaining teachers to redeem their vouchers as soon as possible. Businesses are being encouraged to employ more renewable energy practices to reduce their carbon footprint. The urging comes from Energy Minister Dr. Darrell Vaz, who was speaking at the commissioning of solar plants for the Caribbean Broilers CB Jamaica Limited Group at their Peninsula Hatchery Farms in Linstead, St. Catherine.
The solar project indeed falls in line with the government's thrust towards alternative sources and is a major milestone for renewable energy deployment in Jamaica. It showcases how businesses can reduce their carbon footprint, reduce energy cost, effectively offset imported fossil fuel consumption, and of course become more resilient and contribute to a cleaner and greener Jamaica.
The $3 million initiative was developed by Soleco Energy for CB plants across the island. Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, Floyd Green, who was also at the event, lauded the solar project.
Based on my research, this makes the CB Group the largest corporate producer of solar energy in Jamaica. So by leveraging renewable energy sources, including but not limited to solar power, we can enhance efficiencies, we can reduce production costs, we can mitigate our environmental impact, thus ensuring resilience and longevity in agriculture.
The National Fisheries Authority, NFA, has commenced Phase 1 implementation of the IRI Fins online licensing and registration system. This will eliminate the need for fishers to go into the authority's head office to apply for or renew their licenses. Principal Director of the NFA's Fisheries Compliance Licensing and Statistics Division, Dr. Zara Oliphant, made the revelation during a recent JIS think tank.
We will be completing the implementation of IRFINs through different phases. The next phase will be for our extension officers in the field to use a platform. When our fishers come to get registered, they will use a platform to register them. And then we will progress to doing our vessel licenses until we have fully implemented.
$50 million has been earmarked to assist 60 persons under the Ministry of Health's New Limb, New Life program this year. Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says the public education component of the program will also be expanded to include greater communication around diabetes, the causes, and how to control and prevent this debilitating illness.
300 to 400 Jamaicans each year lose a lower limb, and 95% of those who lose a lower limb, meaning a leg, a toe, an ankle, whatever, lower limb, is as a result of complications from diabetes. What we have to do is expand that program. And the reason why we give a support, New Limb, New Life, as we call it, is not just for benefit of the person. We're also giving critical attention and public education to the idea of diabetes, which is one of the leading causes of death in the country. So we have built a communication strategy around that.
Dr. Tufton was making his contribution to the 2024-2025 sectoral debate in the House of Representatives on Tuesday. To date, the program has provided lower limb prosthesis to 58 Jamaicans at a cost of $24 million. Persons looking to benefit must be between the ages of 13 and 60 years, have lost a limb, and are registered with the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities. Applicants will be assessed by the Sir John Golding Rehabilitation Center or a qualified orthopedic surgeon to determine their suitability. The New Limb, New Life program supports the Know Your Numbers initiative, which aims to get Jamaicans to do regular screenings to know their health status and modify their behavior to reduce illness and premature death. And finally, the Health Ministry will be assisting 8,000 Jamaicans to improve their oral health under the Second Chance Smile program this year. This will cost approximately $60 million. Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says 2,000 Jamaicans received new dentures under the program last year.
We feel this program is not only important for those who benefited, the 2,000 or so. We feel it is important for promotion of good oral health, which is what we have twinned with the program.
Dr. Tufton gave the update during his sectoral debate presentation on Tuesday. The Second Chance Smile program is now in its second year. According to the minister, it has been overwhelmingly received, giving confidence to those who've lost a tooth or teeth. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
Major changes will be taking place within the primary healthcare system over the next 18 months. This is to standardize the operations of health centers, improve service delivery, and more importantly, generate confidence and increase usage of the facilities. Here is more from Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton.
We are launching this year now a program for citizens transformation that we would term Operation Refresh, because for health centers there's a particular perception around them which influences behavior. We want to transform that perception and that behavior, and so we're going to refresh our health centers, our clinics, our primary health care facilities. What this will include is improving or continuing to improve health centers that are not looking very good. We have 325 of them. We have now developed a model where we will standardize signage, standardize color codes, improve waiting areas both for patients and staff, and ensure that our community health centers regain the credibility required for persons to go there before they go to a hospital. We're committing over the next 18 months with this in mind to commit $1 billion Jamaican dollars to refresh our health centers across the length and breadth of Jamaica under Operation Refresh. The second component to Operation Refresh will be driven by our community health aides. We have some 2,200 community health aides, and they are the first point of contact between the citizen and the health center. We are redefining the scope and the job definition of our community health aides as part of compensation review. And you will see community health aides being more active and present at the community level. That combined, Mr. Speaker, we believe will help to close the gap between the road to transformation, the building out of hospitals, the building out of health centers, the digitization, the diagnostic. The people will have to pull all of that together to get a mindset change and to get a more responsive public. That's the plan, and we believe it is a plan that is entirely possible and that this government is committed to carrying through to its completion. But the transformation also has to take place at the level of the people of Jamaica. We have decided to look at the primary healthcare model, which is the first point of contact between the Jamaican citizens and the healthcare system. Cabinet has approved a new primary healthcare model. This model will see some 370 more doctors being hired in the primary healthcare system. And that's a celebration, that's a good thing, because it means when people turn up at a clinic, if they never used to see a doctor, they will now see a doctor. And they can access more curative services right in their community rather than traveling to the hospital. But more than that, the new system will address a number of issues divided into community, district, and comprehensive health centers. It will look at not just health promotion and education, but screening, prevention and treatment, routine medical, special clinics for adolescent, elderly, men's and women's health, rehabilitative and palliative care, ophthalmology, and audiometric screening. In other words, our health centers are going to be positioned in a manner that will give them greater value for the people in the communities where they are. We have to do more to train and retrain, including accepting that we are going to train for export, and that this will include collaboration and external partners, including institutions outside of Jamaica. So a key part of that transformation is going to be how we train. So today I announced the Dr. Barry Wint Scholarship and Memorial Fund over 5 years, $500 million a year, a $2.5 billion project in keeping with the mandate for training for persons in the health field. Scholarship will be open to Jamaicans who are pursuing studies in the following areas: nursing, medicine, public health, medical technology, epidemiology, health records management, hospital and healthcare management, information systems for health, pharmacy, dentistry, and health economics. In other words, we can't be buying diagnostic equipment, digitizing, and have no one to operate them. We can't not have people who can do the analytics. In other words, take the data and analyze it, health economics, in order to tailor our response to the population. And so this scholarship is intended to solve that problem. The scholarship is open to graduate and postgraduate students, and even students who are currently studying can also apply. The ministry website will provide more information, and the scholarship will begin September of 2024. We have to move right into it because we need people for the build-out that is happening.
May is Mental Health Month and it's also Child Month. So what better way to pair the two in the interest of our children? It is believed that COVID-19 has impacted social interaction among students negatively in some instances. To counter this, the Ministries of Health and Education, along with other partners, have targeted schools to provide coping mechanisms for dealing with the stresses that lead to mental health challenges.
Good health, especially our mental health, is an important factor to achieving success. And so, taking care of our body, particularly our brain, which regulates how we function, is key.
It's how we think, it's how we feel, it's how we navigate and how we connect with each other and how we function, right? And when we're mentally well, it means that we can grow, it means that we can flourish, it means that we can achieve the goals that we've set out to achieve.
Mental wellness is one of the 4 dimensions of health, the others being the spiritual, physical, and the social. They all feed into achieving stability.
We talk about in terms of mental healthness, it's feeling balanced, right? It's being able to think and it's being able to function well.
The fact is, the ebbs and flow of life are normal, and so understanding and applying coping methods is paramount. It is said that this is the foundation on which character is made. So ask for help when needed, maintain positive relationships, and take control of the situation. More later. The COVID-19 pandemic has created challenges within the mental realm for many persons, and the Ministry of Health and Wellness, having assessed the impact, has crafted a national program of response.
So this program is intended on bringing the experts together and to just help us to readjust back to the normal life that we used to, because COVID has been devastating on us. Some people call it mental health, we call it mental wellness, because we're not promoting the negative, we're promoting the positive. We are saying that your state of mind should be positive about life.
The program, spearheaded by psychiatrist Dr. Sophia Longmore, seeks to promote a better understanding and acceptance of mental well-being, with special attention being paid to children in schools exhibiting deviant behavior. It evaluates root causes and provides psychosocial support.
The need is great for mental wellness in our society at this time. And my role in the Senate, in the upper house of Parliament, along with being a psychiatrist and president of the Jamaica Psychiatric Association, kind of made it such where I could help to make this happen. So this is a collaboration between the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the Ministry of Education and Youth, the Jamaica Psychiatric Association, and the Jamaica Psychological Association. It's a national program that we're doing, but we are starting with where we think the need and the impact is greatest at this time.
Our youth have been negatively impacted by COVID-19, with some reporting to be overly stressed from the lack of face-to-face interaction and tactile in-classroom learning experience for over 2 years. Having to adjust when the call came in for in-person sessions has added to mental angst.
It is okay that you did forget some of the study techniques. What we have to do now is to learn to re-engage. Learn now to live as a young person again, to enjoy your education experience, enjoy your friends, enjoy your classroom setting and your teacher, and don't make anything bother you so much that you sit down by yourself in loneliness, fear, and anxiety. We're saying that no matter how you feel depressed, or lonely, or anxious, or uncertain, no matter how much the work is giving you trouble, or your circumstances at home may be a little problematic, we're saying that we are here for you. There's someone you can come talk to, and there are ways to overcome all of that.
The intervention targets schools across the island with face-to-face and virtual sessions and provides support for school administrators to cope with the challenges. The expert counsel from these sessions provides an appreciation of the concepts and techniques of mental wellness that we could all use as part of our coping mechanism.
When we speak about mental health, right, how do we ensure as young people that our mental health is appropriately addressed? Well, one, it's important for us to identify what makes us happy, what's our strengths, and also to identify what's our sources of stress. So for example, if you know there's a particular friend group, right, that brings you joy, that brings you happiness. So guess what? Know your tribe. Know your group that feeds you and feeds your energy. If there's another group or an environment that every time you go there you feel nervous, you feel anxious, you don't want to be there, identify your source of stress and stressors. So if you know that, what do you do then? If you know there's a group or an environment that's not really sitting with your soul and your spirit, distance yourself because you don't need that, right? Listen, we know life have stressors, but I guarantee you, being positive, expressing gratitude, sometimes just write down a list of things of what you're grateful for, it feeds into your well-being. It feeds into how you see the world and how you navigate your challenges. And just be mindful that everybody's paths are different. We're all unique, we have our strengths and we have our flaws, and that's okay. Additionally, we have to practice self-worth. And what do we mean when we say we have to practice self-worth? You can hug up yourself. Know that you are worthy. Know that you are deserving. And know that the others around you are worthy and deserving.
Major red flags used to identify when we are not well mentally includes lack of concentration or not being able to retain information, a drastic change in appetite, being easily irritable outside your typical window of annoyance, being excessively worried or anxious, prolonged sadness and withdrawal from friends and family.
How then do we combat these things so that we don't get to the red flag level? Well, I have the first one there, drink water. But what does that mean if the majority of your body or your body has a high percentage of water? It means you're always using it, right? You get up, you breathe, you're paying attention now. So you have to replenish your body. You have to drink your water. Less sugar, we spoke about that. Exercise, we spoke about that. We spoke about making your little gratitude list. It's important to be grateful. It's important to highlight the positive interactions. You're not neglecting and you're not minimizing your negative interactions or experiences. But when the good things happen to you, jot it down. Remind yourself. So when the bad things happen, you remember, oh, you know, I was on the honor roll. Oh, you know, my mother said I was lovely today. Oh, you know, I got an A.
Practicing good breathing exercises and getting adequate sleep by establishing a bedtime routine also provides mental benefits. Cheers to good mental health.
Up next, providing safe passage for all children on our roadways.
Safe Passage Project is an intervention to support the safe commute of children to and from school using specific roadways and thoroughfares. Road safety is a national cause for concern, as hundreds of Jamaicans, including children, have lost their lives annually due to road accidents.
The police and citizens do welcome the Safe Passage Project. This project is not only beneficial to our youngsters, but by extension, the community.
The project has already been implemented in 8 schools across Jamaica under the first phase of the Integrated Community Development Project, ICDP, which was funded by the World Bank. And building on the success of Phase 1, the Safe Passages Project is now being implemented under the Government of Jamaica's ICDP-2 project in 5 communities: Salt Spring and Anchovy in St. James, Treadlight in Clarendon, Greenwich Town in Kingston, and August Town in St. Andrew.
We are here in this ceremony to hand over a safe passage. And let me tell you that indeed when we help the government to implement the citizen security plan to make sure that children can go from the 2 places in their life which should be, where they should be safest, between home and school, one cannot say that that is not contributing to citizen security and to their well-being. So I'm extremely happy to see that we have included interventions like this in our support. It is not just a road safety project, it's a community project where everyone gets involved.
The project does not stop with the infrastructure. It also includes a comprehensive public education and road safety program targeting staff and students, residents, transport providers, and other road users by educating them on proper road usage.
It is my hope that this Safe Passage project will attract other stakeholders to build on this foundation.
We now have pretty sidewalks and guardrails. No car can bounce we down, cause we not in a them way. And with Safe Passage, we get with Safe Passage.
This Safe Passage in Salt Spring boasts all the features which have become synonymous with the project. At a cost of $14 million, 400 meters of sidewalk was constructed with safety guardrails. School traffic signs were installed already, and the pedestrian crossing was put in place. Additionally, 2 bus sheds were constructed. The school fencing was rehabilitated and replaced with a block wall structure, decorated with murals depicting messages on road safety. It is my hope that this Safe Passage program will have the outcome of providing safe commute for students, staff, and other pedestrians in partnership with the wider community and other stakeholders.
This is where our journey ends, but only for today. Do join us again tomorrow when we'll bring another informative program. In the meantime, stay connected via our website, jis.gov.jm. And while you're online, send your feedback to Jamaica Magazine at jis.gov.jm or via X at JIS News. You may also find us on all the major social media platforms and through our mobile app that's Android and iOS compatible. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.